Now to procrastinate building models even more by talking about them. I don't know why, but I got interested in researching the F2H Banshee. And partly because I was noticing that this Airfix NPC Banshee looks different than the idea HobbyCraft Academy Banshee. And I noticed this is -3. And in my research, this is a -2. Now, HobbyCraft, you might also find HobbyCraft boxes with, instead of HobbyCraft, it says idea. That's because they are the same. And the reason why Academy now issues this, with much better decals, and I think these are called the Red Rippers. And Academy was contracted by what became HobbyCraft. And that's then around early 2000s, or late, 1999, around early 2000s, there was some kind of legal thing. HobbyCraft lost control of the being able to sell the kits that were being molded by Academy, and Academy was able to issue them under their own label. So you'll find a lot of formerly HobbyCraft kits being issued by Academy, and it was always Academy that was making them. Let's look at this Airfix NPC. Now I got this kit. I have 2 of them in here. Because you can make 2 versions. This is supposed to be the F2H-2, and it comes with nose parts, so you can make, I guess I had that one right. So the nose parts, you cut off this nose, cut off the molded on nose, and you got put on the Recon, the F2H-2P, half 2P Recon nose. But the weird thing about this old NPC issue is that the markings, the decals, are only for one aircraft. There, it says Airfix Products 1980. Airfix Products 1980. Now, this is actually a decent Airfix kit. Airfix was always hit and miss, but I think this is one of their hits. It has very subtle raised details that look good. It does not have, I know there are people that hate rivets, raised rivets anyway, but there's no rivet anywhere on here. And a little side note that the -2 was turned into a nuclear bomber by having the wings strengthened. It was called the -2B, and they could attach a really big pylon right here, and they could carry either the Mark 7, nicknamed Thor, or Tor, depending on, anyway, your ethnicity. Anyway, or the Mark 8 tactical nuclear bomb. But that was just on the Dash 2 Bravo version. There's something about that I'm concerned about the wingtip tanks. And you see the mounting point where it's at. So on the real plane, not only is it mounted low on the wingtip, but it kind of tilts inward. And this Airfix MPC kit, you can't see it till you mount it on here, but the wingtip is slightly inclined. So it's like that. But you have to be careful because somebody could accidentally put it on upside, so that it's the wrong way, sticking up like, instead of hanging down. As usual, the Airfix cockpit details are kind of not there. And the nose wheel, I'm a little concerned about because I've looked at photos and I guess they look like that, but they don't really look like that. The photos I've seen, the nose wheel landing gear doesn't look quite like that. And the weird thing is on the HobbyCraft Academy kit, it looks exactly the same, which is, from what I read, the Dash 3 Banshee has a different nose landing gear. What else about... Oh yeah, I was forgotten to... Okay. So the Banshee could carry bombs and rockets. So Airfix gives you 2 pylons for outboard. Yeah. Here's a problem with the Airfix kit. They give you 2 pylons, or total of 4 pylons, to be mounted on the outboard, and then it says to attach rocket or bombs, which is not correct. The Banshee actually had, for bombs, they had inboard pylons that were in here, and they're really close together. And that was for bombs or rockets. The outboard pylons were for rockets only. So this is a mistake on Airfix's part. Airfix gives you this little thing, the pointy thing sticking out here, which I don't know if I've seen in the photos I've looked at from photos of the back end of the plane. I don't know if I've seen a pointy thing sticking out there. So now let's look at this F2H-3. All these letters, and then sometime in the earlier mid-60s, the Navy changed their nomenclature system so that the F2H-3 became officially the F-2C, and the -4 was the F-2D. And the only difference, there's no visual difference between the -3 and -4. The -4 had better radar and more powerful Westinghouse turbines. So here's the wing of this HobbyCraft kit. HobbyCraft does the same thing as Airfix. It only gives you outboard pylons, which is And let's see, they don't give you, they give you rockets, but no bombs. Oh, look, they give you pointy things for the engine exhaust, too. I'm going to have to look at those photos again, because I don't remember seeing any pointy things. Anyway, and there's the nose gear, landing gear. It looks exactly the same as the Airfix, but I read that there, on the Dash 3 and 4, there is supposed to be a different nose gear. The cockpit is plain Jane, almost like the Airfix kit. And the pylon, the wingtip tanks, they've got the mounting point down. So this is up high on the tank so that it hangs down. And I guess the way that indentation is, it kind of causes it to tilt inward as it hangs down, which is how it's supposed to be. But if you look at this wingtip, it doesn't look, the wingtip doesn't. On the Banshee, if you want to do no wingtip tanks, you have to redo the wingtip, because it's actually gets a little bit big, fat, and tilts at an angle downward. So you have to look at your photos of Banshees with no tip tanks to see, because it's actually, it's not like the kit. I don't have any sword kits, latest and greatest. Sword also has the Dash 2N Night Fighter, which has a longer nose for a regular search and track radar. This little thing right here, dielectric panel, that's a gun ranging aiming radar for the guns. And you see, it's got 4 20 millimeters, 2 on each side, and they're mounted horizontally here. But on the 2-N, they're mounted vertically because they had to make room for the radar. Anyway, so one of these days I'll get a sword kit of the Banshee. HobbyCraft doesn't give you the inboard pylons for the bombs. And the Dash 3 could carry the tactical nuke, and it was a big pylon right there. And they only carried it on one side. It could only carry one. They're that big. I think the Mark 8 is over 3,000 pound weight. Mark 8 tactical nuke, and the Mark 7 Tor tactical nuke was under 2,000 pounds. But they carried it on one side only. And they didn't even have to carry a counterweight on the other side. That's the interesting thing.